Hey, good morning, guys. It's Tonie, co-author of Living with Adult ADHD here at HealthyPlace.com. And this week we are talking about social rejection. And more specifically, something I noticed that I did a lot as a teenager and something I kind of still do a lot as an adult is I kind of mask who I am. Um, I think I wear I call it like an armor suit. And, when I get home at the end of the day from work or school or whatever, I get to kind of hang that up. And there's really a version of myself that I project to the outside world. And that version is very well put together. But the reality of it is I have ADHD amongst like other things, like other personality traits. And some of those things that I have kind of deemed unlovable, like having ADHD, I try to hide. I try to stuff to the bottom. I try to make sure that none of those tendencies come out. And unfortunately, you can't hide forever. You can't stuff the parts of yourself that you don't like forever. Eventually, they will naturally kind of creep out. And for me, when they do, I experience some discomfort. Like, oh no, like I don't want you to see that part of me. I don't want you to know how messy I am, or sometimes disorganized I really am. And so that keeps me from letting people come over or letting people ride in my car, because I have kids and there's toys and there's mess everywhere. And not only that, I'm one of those people, who eats out of the pot and leaves the pot on the stove sometimes, or, I'll grab something and forget to put it back and I leave cabinets open. I did good today, as you can see. But I wanted to talk to you about, well, if you go check out my blog post, you'll see how I talk a little bit more in depth about, why I had parts of myself and how it's kind of come to be a defense mechanism from social rejection. But in the video today, I wanted to talk to you about some lessons that I've learned from hiding myself from other people. And I'll forget them, so I have to look at what I wrote down. But one of the things I've learned is how to coach myself through the discomfort of being socially rejected. So, when someone does not like me, or I'm getting like social disapproval, whether it be through work or whatever place, I experience it pretty heavy. So I have to be my own best friend in those moments. I have to talk to myself. I have to ask myself, what are you actually feeling? What's going on here? Is it sadness? Is it anger? Is it guilt? Are you embarrassed? I try to give the feeling a name. I learned that from Brene Brown, so that I can understand it more and it's not so heavy. And so, I've coached myself in that way. And once I've identified what I'm actually feeling, like sadness, like maybe I felt like I disappointed the person or something. And I've identified that that's what I'm feeling. I talk myself through it, and I forgot. Oh, and I let myself kind of feel those emotions instead of forcing them to go away. Like, oh no, that's stupid. I shouldn't be feeling that. I'm like, hey, it's okay. Let's feel this. It'll go away. And it usually does. And so another lesson that I learned is how to accept the unpolished version of myself. I think when you have ADHD, it's not uncommon to have low self-esteem. So it takes a lot of internal work, and it takes a lot of self-love, accepting who you are, the good and the bad, because we all have good and bad parts about us, and we all have things that are not the greatest. And so just accepting who I am in my totality has been helpful. And it has taken me years. It's not perfect. I'm still not very good at it. There's still some times where I'm really hard on myself and I'm in my mirror pinching my belly fat, or, whatever dumb thing. But I'm getting a lot better at it. And I can say for the most part, I like Tonie. So that's something I've also learned. And then I've also learned how to shift my focus towards the people who do love me and who love all of me. There are people who are well aware of my many ADHD tendencies. And there are people in my life, my friends, my fiance, my kids, who love me the way I am. And so I try to remind myself of those people when I am feeling the heaviness of someone's disapproval or the heaviness of someone not liking me. I remind myself I have wonderful people in my life who love me, who think I'm awesome, my siblings included. And I call them up when I'm having those moments, and they never fail to make me feel better and make me feel loved and make me feel wonderful, because sometimes I can't always do that for myself. Sometimes you need the support and the community of people to kind of lift you back up when your spirits are down. So those are some things that I have learned from, always prettying up and polishing parts of my personality. I will say I'm getting a lot better with it. I'm getting a lot more comfortable with who I am. And so that's my little part of this video blog for this week. If you have anything you want to add to that, if you're familiar with this, avoidance of showing who you really are for social approval, let's talk about it. Share something. I'd love to hear about it. I think it's kind of an interesting topic. And yeah, thanks for listening.